Hello, in this video we will go over the different options for organizing content within a content area. The first option instructors have are learning modules. Learning modules are represented by a blue binder icon like this one here for my week 1 lecture materials. The second option, content folders, are represented by yellow folders, seen here in my week 1 additional resources folder. Learning modules are meant to be parsed in a specific order. When I click on this learning module, a table of contents appears along the left side of the screen, and the content displays on the right side. Students have the option of either clicking through the table of contents or moving through them one at a time in the order you provide them in. So, if I click on the right arrow here, I will move from page 1 to 2. Any type of content can be added to a learning module. In this case, the next thing in order on this learning module was a Word document. If I close this and continue to press Next, on page 3 I'm presented with a web link. Students can click to launch the link or move to the next piece of content. So as you can see, learning modules are used for content that you would like to present in a specific order, such as lectures or a certain lesson. Content folders, on the other hand, are similar to a simple content area. When a student enters a folder, all they see is whatever content you've added to it. Typically, folders are used for things like additional resources or a set of materials you just need to provide to your students in no special order. They display all on the screen at once, as you can see here. Now, to create either of these, you'll want to make sure that the Edit Mode button is switched to On. Then, within a content area, go to the Build Content button and choose Learning Module or Content Folder. We'll start this example with a learning module. I'm going to name my learning module Week 2 Lecture Materials, and I will also provide a short explanation here explaining what students can find within the learning module. All I need to do now is scroll to the bottom of the page and press Submit. This will add my learning module to my content area. Now that your learning module has been created, we're ready to add content to it. Click on the title of your learning module to enter it. As you can see, this content area is empty. However, adding content to this learning module is not much different than adding it to a regular content area. For example, if I wanted to create content within this learning module, I could go to Build Content and select an option here. Maybe I'd like to add a web link here to the UMass Dartmouth homepage. From the Build Content menu, I'll select Web Link, and in the name and URL field, I'll provide the required information. Once I've added a name and URL to my web link, all I need to do is press Submit, and now it will appear within my learning module. As you continue to add content to your learning module, both the right side and the left side of the learning module's table of contents will continue to build. When Edit Mode is on, you will view your learning module as an instructor with the ability to build and create additional pieces of content within your learning module as well as into the table of contents. As you can see, the UMass Dartmouth homepage link, when created on the right side, automatically populates the table of contents on the left side. When you switch Edit Mode to Off, the learning module view changes. As you can see, when I switch to Edit Mode Off, the learning module automatically opened the web link to the UMass Dartmouth homepage that I created. Once I switch Edit Mode back to On, I will be brought back to my learning module with the ability to create additional content. Now, let's try creating a content folder. Under Build Content, select Content Folder along the right-hand side. I'm going to name my content folder Week 2 Additional Resources. Once I've named my folder, I'll scroll down to the bottom and press Submit. Here my folder will appear at the bottom of my content area, and when I click on it, I will be brought to what looks like an empty content area. Here is the difference between a learning module and a content folder. Learning module populates a table of contents for students to navigate with, whereas a content folder simply gives me another blank content area to build in. Adding content to this folder works just as it has anywhere else. For example, if I would like to add a file to this page, I would go to Build Content and select File, and then select the file from my computer. Here I will select my file and give it a name, then press Submit. The file will now be added to the content folder that I created and will simply display in this fashion with Edit Mode on as it is now, or when Edit Mode is off.